Hello everybody, here is how to dupe fuel canisters. Now, you are going to need about 360 explosive bait for this. That's what I have down right now. I have down exactly 360. Now this lags the server in a specific way that allows you to pull the fuel canisters out of the raid and dupe them. And you also want a buddy or another account sitting within render distance of the explosive bait to make sure it doesn't despawn. And also make sure you don't throw it in an area around enemies. Now I've thrown it in this room here at Foundation. If it blows up when you throw it, all that you have to do is just reset your private server to do that. Now if your server's already laggy, sometimes you want to use less bait. If your server's not laggy enough, sometimes a little more. Don't throw too much, because once you do get to the amount that you need, it becomes very sensitive to where, like, a little less won't work at all, and a little too much will make it very, very slow and inefficient. Now that I have all this down, what you want to do is just fast travel to the raid. Alright, now that you're at the raid, you also are going to want to have the fuel the drill checkpoint. I forgot to mention that. If you don't have it, it is easier to get the checkpoint before you throw down the explosive bait. In order to craft explosive bait, you are going to need a bunch of junk for fragmentation mines and also some red stag meat. There is a spot for red stag meat right here. There's a few other spots around the map in different areas. There's a few decent spawns up here in the Toxic Valley somewhere. I forget though where they are at. So let me go in here and show y'all how to do this. Now, doing this, if you have someone defend the drill, the longer you do this, the more fuel you will get per run. Um, you want to have someone defending you for like maybe a good 10 minutes or so. That's the sweet spot I figured out that that has the best like outcome, has the best output. It is possible to just do it solo though. Sometimes if you do it solo, you'll get like unkillable drill for whatever reason, where they just can't, the mole miners just can't destroy the drill. So if that happens, just keep doing what I'm about to show you here. Now, in order to dupe the fuel after you have everything all done, all that bait down, and someone watching it, you want to slap this button here, and then you want to run to one of these fuel canisters. Actually, first, it is easier to make sure you have a fuel canister in your inventory to start with. If you don't, just go grab one of these other fuel canisters here, like that one or that one, and then you want to run to one of the safe fuel canisters that doesn't have one of the ultragenic mole miners watching it, which I found that this one over here, which I'll show you real quick, is the safest one. This one right here. You might want to also be running some sneak stuff, but it's not really all that important. Just make sure you're like not in power armor and whatever. Alright, let me grab a spare fuel canister over here just to make this easier. And if everyone you're doing this with also has a fuel canister and you're all using the same interior, you can spam the same fuel canister, which that's what you're going to want to do. Once you slap this button, you're going to want to run over here. Now you'll know the lag is good if it takes about 8 to 12 seconds for this door here to open, which that's about 6 seconds. That's a bit quick, but whatever, it's good enough. Now you just want to keep spamming the X button on this canister. You don't have to spam too fast, just a good click, 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 click is good enough. You can also use an auto clicker or one of them turbo controllers or whatever people use for this. Now, once the drill gets destroyed, you want to wait until the screen fades to black. As soon as the screen fades to black, you want to fast travel outside. Everyone in this raid interior has to go outside. If there's someone that's still in here, like AFK or whatever, it will not work because the interior will be kept open and it will not give the other players their fuel. Alright, now that the drill is destroyed, just wait for the screen to fade to black. Make sure you keep pressing there. Alright, now I'm fast traveling out. Alright, now that you spawn outside, you want to quickly move off the spawn point so no one spawns on you, and immediately start dropping those fuel canisters. Make sure you start dropping them right away, because it will only give you one at a time, and if you already have one, it will not give you another one. So as you can see, also make sure to exit out of your Pip-Boy every now and then to make sure it doesn't delete the fuel canisters. Now, because I didn't quite have enough lag that time, I only managed to pull 8 fuel canisters from that. So what I am going to do now, since that wasn't quite enough lag, is just go toss a bit more bait down, and then I'll be right back. Alright, now that I'm over here, I'm going to toss an extra 5 bait, so that means it'll be about a total of 375 bait on the ground here then, which the amount you do need will vary between server. Make sure you don't throw too much, because if you throw too much, you can't really get rid of them, because you just can't pick them back up. You have to kind of just reset the server or blow them all up and come back. So it'd be better to throw a little less than what you think you need, and then keep adding a little and a little on top of that, so you get that sweet spot. Alright, now that I'm back with a little more bait down, let's see how long that door takes to open.
Low fuel.
It's a little longer than what it was. It would be safe to throw down, I'd say, another 5 if it still opens that quickly. Also, if you plan on bringing more players in here, the more players you have, the less bait you will need, because the more players you have will lag the server more, so you won't need as much bait. Alright, now that the drill is destroyed, I'm gonna wait for the screen to fade to black and then just fast travel out. Alright, now I'm leaving. Alright, now, like I said, move slightly off of the fast travel point there and just immediately start dropping so you don't lose any canisters.
So I already had 8 to start with from the previous one. Let's see how much I get now.
Alright, and now you see the difference that 5 extra bait made. That little bit of lag made me pull so many more fuel canisters than what I just did. I'm already up to 33. And I'm still dropping. And I think that's it. Alright, if you do end up duping a whole bunch of these fuel canisters and you want to put them all into your stash box, there is a goofy little thing where you can only put one in at a time, but there's a way around that. If you go to your camp, you open your vendor, you can put them all in at once for whatever amount, and then immediately cancel the transaction. And you can put like 900 fuel canisters or whatever all into your stash box at once. Now I am going to show you fellas the reason to have these fuel canisters. Now I have another video that will show you the drill glitch, the infinite button glitch for the drill, which will let you get just an insane amount of XP, loot, junk, whatever you want, like in-game legendaries, a whole bunch of stuff. You can also use it to unlock all the Vulcan power armor plans really quickly too. You can have all of your friends pop in and all get a bunch of free loot by just pressing the X button a bunch of times. Alright, now with this 30 fuel I just farmed up, but you can farm this pretty fast. The server's a bit laggy, so it'll take a bit for this to show up.
Low fuel, drilling suspended. Please add fuel to resume operations.
Come on, fuel a bit quicker. In a non-laggy server, you can usually fill this thing in like 10 to 20 seconds, I would say. Maybe less than that. You can just breeze through the stage with all these fuel canisters. Come on, fill up. Stop shooting the drill. Ow, stop hitting me. Alright, and there you go. They'll say that used exactly 15 fuel canisters per stage. And that is how you dupe fuel canisters for the raids.